massive forms. Like, and what does he do? He wants to punch downwards. These people are insane. All right. I gotta make this fast. Hello, everybody. I am Bender, but GM. I look like Fry right now. So this is my Roll20 session as I can see it, the DM from my computer, and we can move that camera back a little bit. So let me paint you a picture. We're doing Out of the Abyss, and these guys are killing everything I throw at them. Like, nothing is stopping them at all. I was very certain they killed the Demogorgon at one point. So I figured, let's do a nice little fight, just to warm everybody up. A CR5 Umber Hulk with a couple of, worm things that can attack them from the ceiling. So like wherever they move, you attack. And I figured, hey, that'd be fun, not that big a deal. I think, how could this possibly kill these guys? I have literally watched them kill Ilvara, which is a CR8, along with like her elite drow warriors. There were like 3 or 4 of them and 2 Quaggoths. I am not lying. So I figured, Umber Hulk, what could this possibly do to this team of literal gods? Well, apparently it can kill him. They're getting a few hits on him, but his AR is so high, that it's just like nothing can hit this guy. Meanwhile, every time they look at him, its gaze is driving them nuts, and they're failing all their skill checks, which is causing them to just run in circles and waste their turns. In fact, that our Umber Hulk, before he died, killed Dasher, which is like a guy who's just brand new to the game. At first I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna poison him to D&D, he's gonna hate it. But then I realized that was his first character. Everyone loves killing their first character and then doing a better one. So anyways, so here's the Goblin Den. Now, I'd set up a little kidnapping encounter that was gonna bring him here so that they could fight in a cave like Dungeons and Dragons. But no, they killed the boss in a one-shot hit using a bunch of really good magic-y stuff and a critical 20. They subjugated him. And so now the Goblin Outpost is their outpost, and the goblins work for them, and they're gonna just build another outpost somewhere else. It's enough to make me want to drink. God damn.
Oh no.
These people are insane. I am making a map on the fly right now, because I was lazy this week and didn't do it at a time, which I do not recommend. While I'm building this, their whole plan right now is they're just trying to figure out what to do next, because they want to get out of the Underdark, sure, but they've proven that they're like murderers of Underdark characters. We keep making jokes that just changed the name of the game to not from Out of the Abyss to Destroying the Abyss. I think, okay, so here's the thing. I am sick of these guys crushing every encounter with no effort. So I thought, hey, let's build a 5-floor tower. I only have 4 fingers. A 5-floor tower. At first, they're like, oh, yeah, sure. Well, come check out what you want to do. But then, again, a lot of really good rolls and a lot of really good skill checks and intuition, quite frankly. Like these guys read the clues I put down. It almost makes me think I'm making them too blatant. So... They read the room, and this guy who's supposed to be the leader freaks out because these guys are talking about ending slavery and being in charge, and that sickens drows. They can't stand other people in charge. So he's like, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. I am a drow man, and I will be listened to because I am the captain of the Uncels, which is the Underdark Incels group, basically, which these guys, quite frankly, came to subjugate also, just like they did with the goblins. But instead, things changed pretty quickly. Olus uses Giant's Might to make himself large, okay? And then Zamblar, he twin spells grow or shrink, so they become ginormous creatures, huge creatures. So they fill up the entire space, both an Umber Hulk and our guy Olus, massive forms. And what does he do? He wants to punch downwards. Because the main bad guy, who they think is the most powerful guy in this room, in this whole building, just turned invisible and ran away from them, going downstairs, where the invisible guy just called out for Mistress Minerva, or whatever fucking name I gave her. She doesn't matter, as you'll soon realize. So Olus jumps down the stairs trying to land on top of the invisible man. He misses at first because he wasn't thinking too much about it. He was just like, I want to punch down and crush the floor on him. So he crushes down, and the second floor had a bunch of elite drow warriors who were going to pop out and shoot him with poison arrows, and that was going to start the fight. Well, he crushed one of them with 40 d6 worth of damage. Just obliterated this guy like a tube of toothpaste. Just Meanwhile, Gerg, our orc upstairs, he's upstairs and there's a couple of regular drow going like, hey buddy, you're gonna put your weapons down and we're gonna stab you. And he just immediately rages, like no conversation, and just one-shots this dude, cuts him in half with a natural 20 right in his face. Oh, I passed by a bunch of stuff. So after he punches down through the floor with a nat 20, by the way, he crushes into the floor below, which crushes a woman who is supposed to summon a helmed whore to fight them if things got too tough. Well, now she's dead, so you can't summon him. The mistress is trying to summon this demon and just failing every time because it's only a 30% chance, and I'm trying to stick to the rules with those rolls. He jumps down again. He chooses the exact spot where all the remaining enemies are, and he just, and his damage spread out amongst leaves her with 4 HP. 4 HP. So now she's captured. I kid you not, these people just pull off the most insane shit. I love it. And like, this is my Sunday game where it's literally Power Fantasy made real via natural 20s. And then my Monday game is like this crew that's just fighting for every fucking inch they can get, and a literal 60-foot cliff almost TPK'd them. So the yin and yang of this in the same module with the same number of sessions is insane. There are a lot of other things that happened. It wasn't just Ola's getting big and crushing everything, although that had a lot to do with it. Samblar, he jumped off a ledge and tried to get the Ember Hold to help him. My name is Bender, but GM. I'm the Avatar of Fry for now, and that is the recap. Snap, snap. I'm going to come up with a better name, I promise.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this is some crazy stuff, but these are the things that they can pull off with the crazy rolls and the strategies they have, and I enjoy every minute of it. So please like and subscribe. I'm Matt /BenderButGM, and have a good night.